What's the first PlayStation 1 game you think of? Maybe it's Crash Bandicoot, maybe Spyro, maybe one of the many Final Fantasy games, or maybe it's even Tekken. A lot of people play Tekken 3. I bet you'd assume one of them is the best-selling PlayStation 1 game. I mean, they're all super iconic in the console. It's gotta be one of them. Right? Wrong. Because get ready for this. What if I told you that it's actually Gran Turismo? I bet you're in disbelief. Well, it is the best-selling PlayStation 1 game. I own a PlayStation 1 and a copy of Gran Turismo, so let's take a look at it and see if it's worth being the best-selling PlayStation 1 game. The development of this game took 5 years. It's a long development cycle. According to main developer Mizunori Yamauchi, development was stressful, and even towards the end he felt unsatisfied. Yikes. Well, at least he considered the AI to be ahead of its time. So maybe Yamauchi wasn't satisfied. That doesn't mean that I can't be satisfied. So let's actually start the game up. Gran Turismo starts off with 4 different things we can select. So I can't cover multiplayer because I only own 1 controller and I'm too poor to afford a second controller. And we could explore options, but why would I? It's the options menu. Well, let's try out arcade mode first because I'm a baby who can't handle simulation games. Oh boy. We get to choose what brand we want to represent. Normally I choose Tesla because then I can make the car drive itself. That's not an option here because Tesla doesn't exist yet. Knowledge. So instead I'm picking Nissan because it's the first option. Let's go with the 180 SX because it sounds the coolest. In case you couldn't tell, Gran Turismo offers a lot of choices for what type of car and brand you can choose. I'm basic and don't understand cars. Well, let's start doing a race. And honestly, this looks like what I expected for a PlayStation 1 game. It's kind of blocky, but it's also not super blocky. It has a nice charm to it. Honestly, Gran Turismo is one of those games where I feel like I could get some nostalgia by looking at it, and I'm not sure why. Other than that, nothing really stands out for the graphics. But I wouldn't be surprised if at the time they were at least a little impressive, since plenty of racing games are always graphically impressive. How's the gameplay though? It plays excellently. The controllers are super smooth and precise. Never feels like I'm spinning out of control. Except for when I crash into a wall and I'm actually spinning out of control. But that makes sense there. But I can never really get a full grip on the turning in this game. But it's fine, because even without that I still enjoyed it and loved it. Also, this game has Rumble and it's amazing. Racing games without Rumble don't feel right. This game thankfully includes it. Honestly, at the time, Gran Turismo probably felt really immersive to anyone who played it. And since we're touching on controls, how fast can you go in this game? Insanely fast is my response to that. You're not going Wipeout or F-Zero speeds, you're still going fast enough to feel like you're in an actual race. Best part is, you still feel like you're in complete control. They really nailed the controls. Earlier I mentioned how Yamauchi was proud of the AI. Is the AI impressive? Yes it is. The AI always kept up with me and plenty of times even beat me. But it's okay because I still have fun. The AI never feels unfair unlike some racing games at the time, and it always makes me realize where I can improve while playing this game. It makes me want to keep playing, and for arcade style games like this, it works perfectly. Games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is another great example of this. It's a PlayStation 1 game that's focused on scores, and I love games like that in PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1 is a console that in my opinion fits the whole idea of arcadey score-based games. Sometimes a game focuses more on being fun and about improving and getting better and getting a higher score, more enjoyable than some story games I've, played. But I've only touched on the arcade mode. As previously mentioned, there is also a simulation mode. So how fun is simulation mode? Well, I guess it's time for me to leave behind the arcade style game I just praised and try some realistic simulation. The simulation racing is the same. The difference is, simulation has leagues and money. You have to buy your cars. That's boring to me. Honestly, I'm sure it's fun, but I'd rather play arcade mode instead. Arcade mode is just so much more shut your brain off and have fun. You still sort of use your brain in arcade mode, but arcade just provides a more fun experience where it's just vroom 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 race. Simulation mode is probably fun for some people, but I'm not one of those people. So overall, if someone asked me if they should buy Gran Turismo, what would I say to them? Well, it depends. If the game is for like $10 or less, you're in for a great time and it's worth buying. Personally, my copy was only $4, and with how much enjoyment this game provided me, it is easily worth that price. Is it worth buying a PlayStation 1 to play only Gran Turismo? Nope. Gran Turismo is a solid game that helped build up the PlayStation 1's amazing library and legacy. And that is truly something special. In a lot of ways, Gran Turismo is a great representation of the PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64 gaming generation. As a leap forward with their arrival of 3D, it's a game that appeals to so many different people. The PlayStation 1 especially had so many sports and racing games, helped give the PlayStation 1 mass appeal, and that can't be overlooked or understated. Gran Turismo would obviously become a franchise, and its sequel is on the PlayStation 1, but I don't own it, so for now I guess we'll have to wait to revisit this franchise. Well, I'm Fused. Thanks for watching. See ya.